Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, a bunch of anti Trump Republicans and Democrats, they were at an event this past weekend. It was called the Principles First Summit. Principles First Summit, I should say. This is kind of a response, a right wing response to CPAC, which you guys all know, the Conservative Political Action Convention. That's like the big event on the right that's now been kind of commandeered by the MAGA movement. So this is basically to rival them from the right and trying to kind of pull the party away from Donald Trump, which I mean, good luck with that. You know, I wish them well. I wish they could. I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, so this was held in DC at the same time as CPAC. And the featured speakers were people like Republican Congressman or former Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger, conservative attorney George Conway, former DC police officers. So Michael Fanone was there, a bunch of the others that have stood up and been vocal about what happened on January 6th. So before the event even got started, there was this very tense moment inside the hotel where this event was being hosted because former Proud Bigot chairman Enrique Tario, the convicted felon, he showed up and he decided he was just going to start jawboning, getting into a shouting match with the officers. So he goes up to them, starts telling them that they're losers, that, they're traitors, blah, 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 blah. Fanone, who is very well known for not taking any shit, he starts yelling back at him. So Tario's calling him a coward. Fanone is calling Tario a traitor. I mean, I don't think Tario could ever go through what Officer Fanone went through. I mean, Tario is such a big guy, he's such a tough talker when he's surrounded by other patriots, when he's not alone. He's got a really big frickin' mouth. I would love to see him alone in a room with Fanone. I mean, he'd probably curl up in the fetal position and suck his thumb. Anyway, that shouting match ended up being one of the more pleasant moments because there was a bomb threat called in, or actually emailed in, and everybody was evacuated. So journalist Jim Acosta shared a copy of the email threat on Twitter, and it reads, quote, "To honor the J6 hostages recently released by Emperor Trump, I've constructed 4 pipe bombs out of 1 by 8 inch threaded galvanized pipes and caps, kitchen timers, some wires, metal clips, and homemade black powder." Then it goes on to say that they placed 1 explosive in a room at the hotel. They said they rigged it to explode when the door opens. They claim that another explosive device was placed in a toilet nearby. And then it says, quote, "Mark Cuban, Chris Christie, John Bolton, George Conway, J. Michael Luddig, Adam Kinzinger, Michael Steele, Jeff Duncan, Bill Kristol." I think they used a homophobic slur and said Frank Figluzzi, who used to work for the FBI, Glenn Kirshner, Stephen Richer, Norm Eisen, and especially Michael Fanone all deserve to die. In that spirit, the 3rd device has been placed inside Michael Fanone's mother's mailbox and then they gave her address, which was redacted. But it also said that it was rigged to explode when she opened the mailbox. And then the email said that the author was currently nearby, not near the hotel, but nearby the home of John Bolton. Now, John Bolton, for those of you who don't know or forgot, he was Donald Trump's former national security advisor. He has been a very outspoken critic against Donald Trump since then. And then this person claimed that they placed another explosive, the final 4th explosive, in Bolton's mailbox. So the end of the email states, quote, "To my family, I simply did what needed to be done. MAGA." So the email was sent from an account with the name Enrique T. But initially, the organization who put on this event said that, it came from the Proud Boys, but then they issued another statement, another press release saying that the Principles First Summit organizers do, quote, do not have definitive proof of the email's origin at this time, and so cannot say with certainty who sent the email. So, of course, anybody could have set up that email account, so it doesn't necessarily mean that it is tied to the Proud Boys, but, what a coincidence that they were there and got into it with these officers and started a bunch of, started crap talking. So anyway, we'll see what comes of this. With Trump in control of the Justice Department, it's not like any real investigation is going to occur. We're entering the beginning of 4 years of lawlessness for the right. And between his January 6 pardons and how he's dropping all of the investigations into all of his donors and wealthy buddies like Elon Musk, the right knows they can get away with just about anything. They're going to face no consequences for the next 4 years. But, having said that, would it be, too obvious if the Proud Boys show up and start yelling and then all of a sudden this email comes from them? Yeah, it would be over the top, coincidental, or, obvious. So I think it was someone who supports them, obviously, obviously a supporter of the January 6 convicts and those criminals, which overlap. So anyway, if I hear more, I will let you know. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. If you can donate, truly appreciate it. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.